Hey folks, what's going on? Aunt Pruitt here. Hope you're doing well. I'm unbelievable as always. It's time for another video highlight from the wonderful world of smartphone photography. As you've heard several times, I like to use the mobile photography app Snapseed. I really like it. I use it pretty much every single time I do some photo editing. But there's a tool inside of Snapseed. It's the brush tool, and there's also the zoom option. I have found that to be very useful in certain scenarios. Recently on a Hangout on Air, one of our community members had wanted me to discuss how I use that tool. So check out how I've been using the pinch and zoom and brush option inside of Snapseed.
This is my tablet here, and this is just a shot that I grabbed up in New York City, and this is the original shot. I have a processed version already out there published, but if I wanted to go in and say do some touch up on the sky inside of Snapseed, I would go to the menu option and I would hit this brush tool, which is right there. Okay, and say I want to take down the exposure of the clouds to make them a little bit darker. You can go inside those menus and just tap on the exposure, and then you can tap on decrease, and you notice that this particular value right here is changing as I click that bottom arrow. All right, so now I got it down set to 1. You just take my finger and go across the screen, and you'll see the clouds have a lot less exposure, making them darker. But the problem right here is the skyline, and you see the sky continues to go down behind there, and my finger is pretty daggone wide, so if I was to do it with my finger, I end up going over the top of the building and things like that. So what you'd have to do is use your fingers on the screen and do a pinch to zoom in, and I'll do that now. Okay, and when you zoom in, you get a little bit larger real estate to work with. So now I can put my fingers there and do the sky a little bit easier. And sometimes you can zoom in even more, like this here.
That looked like a tornado coming down.
And yeah, I got a little sloppy right there going against the edges of those buildings there, but that is also fixable. You just go to the eraser function down here, and then you just wipe over it like that. So now if I was to zoom out on this by pinching it, you can see that I was able to get down in between those buildings a lot easier instead of doing it at this regular perspective, like I was going to try to do it right there. There's no way my finger would get in between there. See what I'm saying? But that's the zoom tool, the zoom and brush option inside of Snapseed. So, Mr. Ergen, hope that helps you out. Snapseed is, again, one of my favorite free photo editors available on Android and on iOS, and it's gotten better. The update was a little wonky to get used to originally, because it took away some of the menu options and moved things around, so the interface was totally different. But spend a little time with it, you can still get into all of the different options and make some nice granular edits to your photos. And as I said previously, this isn't the catch-all photo editor. It has its strengths, it has its weaknesses. Don't just limit yourself to Snapseed. Use it for whatever capabilities that it can offer for you and your photos. Like I said before, I have used it in conjunction with Lightroom Mobile, because I can take a noisy shot, put it inside of Snapseed, do all of the touch-up that I need to do, and when I'm ready to denoise it, I don't have that option inside of Snapseed. I have to take it out and put it into another editor, such as Lightroom Mobile, and then I'm done. Know what I mean?